Hello, I'm Doug DeWitt, T-shirt transfer paper product manager here at Conde Systems, welcoming you to our next video in the series on the OKI Pro 8432WT, the brand new tabloid size white toner color laser printer offered by OKI Data and distributed here at Conde Systems. Now what we're going to do in this video is we're going to compare this new unit to its predecessor, the OKI C920WT. We're going to talk about how these units are similar, and we're also going to talk about how the units are different, so that you can make an informed decision as far as which unit you think would be better for your work environment. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about how these units are similar. Now when it comes to the similarities of these two units, what we have to understand is that both of these units are tabloid units, meaning they print on 11-inch by 17-inch paper. Now, while the 8432WT has a maximum cut sheet size of 11 by 17, the OKI C920WT could go slightly bigger. It will technically do a 12.5-inch by 19-inch cut sheet, and we do sell that size paper in the Forever Low Temp Laser Dark. It is available here at Conde Systems. Now both units use 4-color process: cyan, magenta, yellow, and white. Now that also means that both units do not have a black toner cartridge inside of them. So they're both using what's called process black, which is mixing cyan, magenta, and yellow together to create black. Now, while both units do a great job of creating a process black, what we've got to understand is that process black is not the same as true black. But the goal of both of these units is primarily to decorate dark garments. So really, how often are you going to print black on black? Now, when it comes to media, both of these are warrantied by OKI Data for handling transfer paper media. You can contact Conde Systems and we'll give you a complete list of compatible papers for both machines. Now, as far as the warranty is concerned, the OKI C920WT came with a 1-year on-site warranty, whereas the new Pro 8432WT comes with a 2-year on-site warranty. Now what that means is, should anything go wrong with one of these units, you're not going to have to box up your unit and ship it back to OKI for repair. OKI is going to send a technician to your facility to attempt to repair the unit on site. Now if for some reason they cannot repair your unit on site, OKI Data will replace either unit with a brand new printer. But remember, we have a 1-year warranty on the C920WT and a 2-year warranty on the Pro 8432WT. Some other ways that the OKI C920WT and the new Pro 8432WT are similar is that both of them are network ready. You can connect them to a 10 base T, 100 base T, or 1000 base T Ethernet connection. Both of them also have USB 2.0 ports if you want to connect to a single Mac or PC. As far as the driver is concerned, both of them have fairly easy to follow drivers. Just remember, you need to select the proper media weight to have the transfer papers run through these printers successfully. But now that we've covered some of the similarities, let's talk about the subtle differences between these two printers. The first subtle difference between these two printers, it's not all that subtle. It's basically the size of the unit. This OKI C920WT, as you can see it on my table here, it's a big sucker, weighs in at about 220 pounds. The 8432WT, while still a tabloid printer, is a much smaller footprint and only weighs in at about 80 pounds. So if you're a small shop, this is a much more practical unit to have. Now some of the other differences between the two is that the C920WT, based on the OKI 9600 series engine, can handle up to a 350 gram per square meter media weight material, which means you can run thicker cardstocks through this printer than you can through most other printers. The OKI Pro 8432WT is going to be limited to a 250 gram per square meter media weight. Now while that should be able to handle most transfer papers offered by Conde Systems, you have to be careful when running a solid film opaque material through this printer, as some opaque materials might come in slightly heavier than 250 grams per square meter. Now the other subtle difference that I would bring to your attention as far as the 920WT in comparison to the new Pro 8432WT is the toner capacity and the toner cost. What we've got to understand is that the consumables for the 8432WT are going to be less expensive than for the C920WT. However, the C920WT toner cartridges hold way more toner than the Pro 8432WT. So while you might be spending more money on replacement toner cartridges with the 920WT, this unit is actually going to give you a slightly lower cost per print than the new 8432WT. To give an example, the two t-shirt images that we generated that you might have seen in previous videos, this one here with our 4th of July graphic, and this one here with our subway map of Tokyo graphic. If we generate these prints off of the new Pro 8432WT with the forever low temp laser dark paper, assuming we're paying retail cost for not only the paper but for the toner cartridges, we want to factor in a cost of about $5 to generate both of those prints with the 8432WT. Whereas with the 920WT, when we took the same film, the same graphic, and ran them through the cost calculators, we figured that the cost per print coming off the 920WT was about at $4.50 as opposed to $5. So if you're in a heavy production environment, you might want to see if you can obtain a C920WT, because that slightly lower cost per print is going to add up in the long run. However, if most of your jobs range from an individual shirt to maybe about 6 to 8 dozen, we feel that the 8432WT is more than adequate to generate those graphics, give you beautiful detail, and keep the cost per print within reason so that you can generate a profit with either device. Now, before we conclude this video comparing the OKI C920WT to the new OKI Pro 8432WT, is that we have to understand that the C920WT unit is about to be discontinued by OKI Data. Now, if you happen to have one of these units in your shop, don't worry. OKI Data is going to carry supplies and consumables for this unit for the next 7 years. So you've got plenty of time to stock up on toners, drums, and any other consumables that would fit inside your OKI C920WT. The supply chain isn't going anywhere. But as far as the Pro 8432WT is concerned, this will be the new flagship printer that's offered by OKI. Remember, this unit comes in at about $7,495, whereas the new 8432WT comes in at $6,895. So you are getting a lower cost unit to help compensate for the slightly higher cost per print. Well, I hope you found this video informative comparing the difference between the old platform, the OKI C920WT, and its replacement platform, the brand new Pro 8432WT. But if you have any other questions about either of these units, do not hesitate to contact our account managers direct at 1-800-826-6332. Now make sure you keep tuning in to Conde TV for more videos in our series on the brand new OKI Pro 8432WT white toner printer. In the next series, we're going to show you how to operate this printer if you happen to have the Forever Transfer RIP or if you're interested in the RIP. We'll cover loading the profile and how to generate prints from the RIP. But until then, I'm Doug DeWitt, your T-shirt transfer paper product manager here at Conde Systems. My time is up, and I thank you for yours.